gain of 35 yards right there. He almost fumbled it back there, though.
He did, and
That
it
was
turned
close.
into a big play. That's what Cienega's done all year, is big plays.
So Rel Hayward, for being a sophomore, he has really shown that he deserves to be on this varsity team.
Absolutely. This team is going to be good for years to come because of how young they are. Sure, there's a couple of seniors departing, but they are mostly sophomores and juniors.
Oh,
that
incomplete
was
pass to Braven Bolton. Just
good,
a little too overthrown.
Good defense, helping break it up by Justin Shorb, defensive end for Flowing Wells.
Tyler Hammonds again. Drops back to pass.
Almost intercepted.
Almost picked off
Who's
by
that?
number 3, Mario Martinez.
Of the Caballeros.
Number 4 on the Cienega Bobcats, Brandon Vesterdahl, there for the attempt.
Hammond's 50%. I'm peasant.
Hammond is so far 50% in the game.
On passing. It's Roy Hayward in motion. There's a snap.
Ooh,
Number 6,
a
Dakota
draw,
Poe with a good
to the
hole.
left side, but he is taken down.
Oh, he wants to keep going. He wants to keep going.
Tackle made
By number 3, Mario Martinez.
of the Caballeros.
Yards there, brought down by number 3, Mario Martinez. Gain of 6 for the Cats, and it'll be 4th down.
Fourth down, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
I mean, why not? You're up 28-0. What do you got to lose?
It's only 4th and 3. I think that they could get it.
The way they've been moving the ball, I think it's almost certain that they are going to get it.
There's pass. Number 7,
And
Terrell
there's
Hayward
a
with a
flag
catch.
on the play.
Oh, but he fights. He gets the first down.
He does definitely get the first. But there is a...
Pass caught by Terrell Hayward.
I believe that is going to be a first down, but we are waiting the penalty in this game. That is 28-0, Bobcats over the Caballeros.
That's an illegal shift for the Bobcats.
Oh, illegal shift. So that play is going to be coming back. I wonder if they will send Aaron Aros to kick the field goal
I
now.
haven't heard that call since the summer of '92. Am I right? No, I'm just playing. But that was a good call.
And they are going to give
Aaron Aros a 45-yard try. He made one from 47, so I think this is going to be.
I think this is going to be money. But the snap is good, hold is good, the kick is up, and it is...
It's good. No, it's not
wide
good.
left.
Not good. It looked good.
It looked good, and then it went wide left at the very end. It just kind of hooked on him. Man, if it wasn't for that illegal shift, the Bobcats would still be going, but penalties happen.
Yeah.
You got to go with the punches, and I mean, he was close to making that kick. And as a high schooler, 45 yards, man, that's hardcore. So
I know I couldn't do that.
I couldn't make a 20-yard kick. Are you kidding me?
I couldn't make a 10. Are you kidding me?
I don't even think, is that even possible? Is a 10-yard kick even possible? I thought the minimum was 17.
The minimum is 7. Yeah. Okay, I think this, however, could be a momentum shifter for the Caballeros with the no score on that drive by the Cienega Bobcats. They could get something going here.
I certainly hope so, because entertaining games are fun to watch, and so far 28-0, 7:47 left in the second quarter. This has not been an entertaining game.
It's been a blowout, that's for sure.
It has definitely been a blowout. But this is what Cienega's done all year. I mean, none of their games have been close.
I mean, what a change from last year, though. Last year went 4-6. This year, they've already won more games, more than half of their games than they did last year.
Right now the Bobcats are 3-0. If they win tonight, they already matched their win total from last year. Just an absolute turnaround, honestly.
Right.
but can't count Flowing Wells out yet. There's still a lot of football to be played, and anything can happen.
That is true.
The snap is taken by number 5,
And
TJ Florence,
again,
and again, he's
gets-
just getting stuffed.
They need to get something going, and they need to get something going fast, because if they keep going on like this, it's not gonna be good for them.
It's already not good for them.
It's
This,
already not good.
with 7.5 left in the second quarter, it's 28-0.
It is, yeah.
They haven't been able to get much of anything going, and I mean, looking like I don't even know what they're looking like right now. I can't think of an analogy. They need to get something going.
They do need to get something going.
Like the Baltimore Ravens game last week, where the Bills only scored 7 points. That's what this is. What this is.
They
Except
haven't scored any
Cienega,
points. Yeah, they haven't scored any points.
they are the Bills right now.
Number 25, I believe, on the carry for a gain of 2.
Suarez is really all their offense is. I mean, when he goes off, they go off. When he doesn't go off, when he's quiet, they get blown out 28-0. I mean,
they need to get something going, and they need to get something going fast, because this game has just been a blowout, and they can't seem to get any yards.
they'll gain 2 or 3 every possession. Then it's 4th and 8, and you can't go for it on 4th and 8.
You can't. Well, you can.
Well,
They
but
did
it's,
it with
it's
the
difficult.
fake punt, and if it was 4th and 8, then they could have gotten.
Yeah, but it was more like 4th and 15, 4th and. It was a lot longer than 8.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. But right now it's second and 3. Second and 3, and they have a chance.
They give the
25
ball to
with the
Suarez
carry.
again.
And he gets a first down with a gain of, looks like 10 yards.
That was one of their biggest plays of the night. Maybe they're listening to us. Maybe they have headsets and they can hear Mason and Bruno just destroying them for being down 28-0 right now. You got to get something going.
That was a good run. I mean, off of the sweep. Way to get the first.
You can't blame it all on their offense because their defense has given up 28 points.
Yes, that's true.
But if their offense was doing something,
But their defense, they did put up a stop
That's
last
true.
drive, so maybe they're getting something going too. 25 in the slot. There's the motion again.
Oh,
Gives
they
the ball
give
to
it-
number 17.
oh, he gets
He
rocked.
gets wrecked.
Number 17, Eddie Escobedo with the run, and he got rocked.
Brought down by Nico. And a hit by Nico.
That was a very big hit. This Cienega defense is just giving them a whole bunch of fits right now. And I don't know what's, okay, they just took a while to get the play in. That's what was going on. Break the huddle. I believe they still have number 5, TJ Florence at quarterback. He's had a
Number 5 with the motion. He get number 25 gets
Suarez,
the ball.
he lowers his
wow.
shoulder, but
He
still
lowers
gets
his
rocked.
shoulder, yep. Number 3, Caleb Boss with the tackle.
Nico in there on the tackle as well.
Nico in on the tackle as well.
So I think 25. I think number 25,
Jose Suarez.
is. I think he's tired of not getting anything. So
Yeah, he's just-
I think he's starting. He's starting to push. Like he wants.
Just
he
get out,
wants to
just
go
give me
off.
the ball, get out of my way, let me work. Let me try to get something going for my offense. And they
Oh, the quarterback.
they fake
TJ,
it to him. TJ Florence on the carry.
Florence on the carry.
He's up the
He-
left sideline.
Oh, he is fast.
Oh, he just
Oh.
got smothered from behind. I hope
Smothered.
he's okay.
Number 27.
He is okay. He got
No,
up.
number 29.
Down from behind by Joaquin Diaz.
Joaquin Diaz with the big hit.
That was
on
a
TJ
good play
Flores.
by the Caballeros. That was a very good play.
For the Caballeros.
Caballero. With a 4:25 left in the second quarter, it is still 28-0. The Caballeros need to get a score right now. They need to
They-
get something on the field to
Yeah,
boost their confidence
they
going
do.
into halftime.
But
They
I
can't go
mean,
in with the goose egg.
They seem to have some momentum going, so they could.
They're running
On
the
the
read
read
option.
option.
And TJ Florence going to keep it and just get absolutely.
Wow.
Look at how many
Wow.
people, look how many Bobcat jerseys are near the red site.
I mean, they were not giving him any option.
Not
And
at all.
This play is literally called the option. So
There
that
were
is
no
great
options.
defense by the Cienega Bobcats.
Absolutely. The score right now with 3.5 minutes left in the second quarter is 28-0. Bobcats are up. They need to get their plays faster. I mean, there's only 3 minutes left in the half. They've gotten really nothing done. They only have 8 seconds left on the play clock. They got to get this in faster.
Jose Suarez in motion. He gets the ball, and he looks to have some room. There you go. I think that he gave them the yards back that they needed, but it is still 3rd and long, and
That's the
I
only
think-
play that's getting them any yards right now is that little sweep motion to the left or to the right with Jose Suarez, and that's the only thing that's their bread and butter right now. But their bread and butter is
what
pretty
they
bad.
need to do is they need to pass the ball, because Cienega, they're expecting to run because that's all they've been
Yeah,
doing.
they're stacking the
So
box.
I think that they should do a play action pass and get somebody open, and then I think that'll give them the first.
I absolutely agree with you. They are just stacking the box. There's been 8 people in the box probably every play,
Probably every play.
and it's just like as many times as they run the ball. Of course, every once in a while they'll get 5 yards, 6 yards, but they can't rely on that the entire game. Someone is down on the field. Not sure who it is. It is a Caballeros player. Number 47, Ivan Romero. Never like to see someone get hurt. That's just the worst part of football is
Yes, it is.
injuries.
Yes, it is.
But unfortunately, it is part of the game. I hope that he's okay. Just awaiting Caballeros' offense.
Here they go. They're back on the field.
They are back. I hope that they do what Bruno and I are telling them to do and do some kind of play action pass right here.
Right.
Especially get number 14, Xavier Hawkins, in the game. I know from experience when I used to play wide receiver that I like to get involved early and often. I didn't like to be second half, 3 minutes left, and not touch the ball.
Here we go. Oh, they
Oh,
get the
what
ball.
was that?
20 that was not at all what we wanted them to do.
But it got them yards.
It's
That was
2 yards though, and it's 4th and 8.
that was a weird looking play. I don't even know what happened there.
They should have. They need to get something going in the throwing game because, as it's showing right now, the running game it's not working.
Absolutely. Like I said, you can get 5 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards, but when one play you lose 10 yards, that 4 yards, 5 yards, what is that? You're not going to get any offense that way. And that's why it's 28-0.
You know, I'm starting to think now that that's how they're getting such high numbers in the rushing game.
Yeah, just
They
5 yards
don't
per
pass
carry.
the
Yeah, they just
ball.
don't pass it. And that's probably why their quarterback,
One-time pass.
they've only passed the ball 1 time this entire game. That's probably why their quarterback, Dylan Allison, only has completed 7 passes so far this year. They just don't pass the ball. They don't give him a
pass the ball
chance.
at all, no.
I mean, it's almost the end of the first half, and they passed it 1 time. The 1 pass they threw, they completed, so I don't see why they're not going back to it.
Exactly.
I mean, I get your breadwinner is your run game, but if that's all you get, all you have is that one thing, and you have 1 piece of bread to feed 11 people, you're not going to be able to win that way. You're not going to survive that way. They got to pass it around. They got to do something else.
Like Cienega, they run the ball, they pass the ball, they switch it up. That's why they are getting so many good plays, and they are scoring so much. I mean, the score 28-0.
And I mean, I feel like for most of this half, we've been talking about the Caballeros offense and not the Bobcats offense, because they just score so fast, and then boom, they're back out on the field, and
Right. Here we go.
And they fake it,
is
it's
a
a
play
pass,
action.
and
Number
it's
18,
completed.
Number 18,
but
Cedric Lopez with
not
the
a
catch.
first down.
But
Nowhere near
that was
first down.
not enough. If they had done that on 3rd down,
They would have made a 4th and manageable, not a 4th
yeah,
and long.
Exactly. Change of possession now. The Cienega Bobcats.
Dylan
get the
Hoos
ball.
with the tackle.
Dylan Hoos, he's made 3 tackles this game. He's playing pretty well.
And don't get me wrong, with the Caballeros offense, I'm a Cowboys fan. I get using the run to set up the pass, but pass the ball,
they haven't,
please.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, getting run to set up the pass. Where's the pass?
Exactly.
Where is it?
Maybe
Show us.
maybe the second half. I don't know.
Maybe.
But it's 28-0 with 2:09 left in the second quarter,
Jamari Joyner
and Jamari
back
Joyner
there.
is back.
He is back in motion.
And they give it to him right
Jamari
away.
Joyner
And
right
he-
away. A gain of 20 yards right there.
What an absolute stud.
He is such an unbelievable athlete. I mean, he is so quick, and he has such a good arm.
Yeah, he does.
He is a threat to anybody that he goes against.
Jamari Joyner reminds me of rookie, and I put rookie RG3, because RG3 is obviously tailed off, but the rookie RG3 was just unbelievable. He just torched everyone, and that's what Jamari Joyner's been doing.
And now Cam Newton.
Oh yeah, Cam Newton for sure.
Definitely. Raven Bolton in motion.
And they do a
25,
draw.
Aaron Sauls gets the ball with only a gain of 5, but you can see they're switching it up with that draw. And
With the quarterback
with the
power.
quarterback run, and then with the with number 12, Tyler Hammonds passing the ball.
Just an all-around
Just
offensive blitz
Like you
by
said,
the Cienega Bobcats.
it's all around.
Oh no! Okay, he
Jamari
picks it
Joyner
back
picks
up.
it up.
He pump
He
fakes,
pumps.
and he's gonna throw it incomplete
Yeah, it was
to.
incomplete. But I think he was over the line.
Yeah,
when threw
he
it.
was. I think
I feel like
Jordan needs to tuck that under and run.
that was just a mistake because,
Yeah,
I mean, the marker was right there. He should have known. He should have known.
but I mean, that's the first sign of him actually being a junior.
yeah.
We all know he's a junior, but that's
Well,
the first sign because
not being
everyone
a-
makes mistakes.
it's not about him being a junior. It's just about him making a mistake.
Being a young man.
That's the first time we've seen him make a mistake, and I think that he should have done better than that.
He should have just tucked the ball and run. That's what he's done all year. He's tucked in and run, but maybe he's listening to us. Got to put some pass in it too, so he could pass the ball.
Pass the ball.
We are pretty influential up here in the booth tonight.
Oh yes, indefinitely, because they can hear us.
Yes.
Okay.
So they're at about
Third
the
and 9.
49 right now.
3rd and 9. Number 2. Nico Jordan.
They throw it to.
Number 7, Terrell Hayward, and he gets the first.
He definitely gets the first.
Oh, some shoving down there. But Terrell Hayward, again, for just being a freshman.
Sophomore.
No, sorry.
Sophomore.
Sophomore. Last year he was a freshman. But he has played so well, and he definitely deserves to be on this varsity squad.
I'm pretty sure he's emerged as Cienega's #1 receiver.
Yeah, it's either him or Braven Bolton. Both of them, they are playing so well. They play so well.
And honestly, with this team, I don't feel like you can mark positions on offense besides like the line and stuff, but receivers, running backs, quarterback, running back, they're just athletes.
They're athletes. I mean, with the running game, they have Aaron Sauls and Dakota Poe, but also they put in receivers in there. They got Braven Bolton with some yards, sometimes Terrell Hayward with some yards. They know how to incorporate everybody into their
Absolutely.
offensive scheme.
I feel like even I would be incorporated because of how much they just spread the wealth.
Yes.
And it's 28-0, Cienega overflowing Wells with 56 seconds left in the second quarter.
Right here doing stats, we have Jacob.
Our friend Jacob.
we have Jacob Greenberg doing stats right now. He is feeding us some of the stuff we're talking about, like Jamari Joyner is running attempts. Jamari Joyner throws the ball.
Oh, he overthrows into
barely
the back
overthrowed.
right corner of the end zone.
Number 5, Braven Bolton, was there. He was there. If it was just a little bit less power, and that would have been it.
Second down and 10 for the Cats.
About 51 seconds left in the first half. It's 28-0, Bobcats over the Caballeros. The Bobcats do indeed have the ball, and they're at the 35-yard line. They put a man in motion.
Aaron Saul's in motion. Dropping back to pass. Jamari Joyner.
A touch pass
There
over
we
the
go.
top.
There we go.
Oh, he drops the
It
ball
was
in the
dropped.
end zone. That
was
could have been
dropped.
35-0. That was a
But-
beautiful pass.
That was great pressure
You
by
can
number
s-
25.
You can see Joyner on the field
Jose
just kind of
Suarez.
just putting up his hands like, what more do you want me to do, man? But
Jose Suarez there with great coverage. I mean,
that was very good
that was
coverage.
unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think he swatted the ball out of his hands, and that was just a good play by Jose Suarez.
That was indeed a very good play. It looks like the Bobcats put a man in motion and a flag.
Wow.
I believe that was might have been a delay of, no, false start.
False start on the offense.
Bobcats.
I think penalties is what is hurting this Cienega Bobcats squad. the
You can
most.
say hurting or just
Hurting, yeah,
just
right.
delaying. Honestly, it's still 28-0.
That's true.
Just kind of helping delay the inevitable of what this first half really has been. Just an absolute slaughter of Flowing Wells by Cienega. And they do quarterback power
Jamari
to
Joyner, here we go.
and that easy yards every
Oh,
time.
wow.
Look
What-
at the spins. Look at the broken
Look,
tackles.
Oh, he will go all the way, and he's down at the 1. But
But
what
there's another flag on the field at
What
the
a
30-yard
run.
line. So we got to wait and see what the penalty is. The flag is down at the 30-yard
If
line.
this is brought back, then that is
Rip.
2 significant plays that have been brought back. The kick return by Terrell Hayward, no, Braven Bolton, and then this play right here.
Absolutely.
See, so penalties have been hurting them.
Or delaying. I mean,
You could go either way.
it's hurting the slaughter. It's dulling their knives.
Yeah. Flowing Wells, they just got to get something going. I mean, they are not playing.
They're not really playing at all.
Yeah, they have not shown up.
But another 5-yard penalty on Cienega, and
Just simple things.
I mean, it's 28-0, but this is stuff that I just haven't seen by the Bobcats offense so far this year. These penalties that are just hurting them, and they're just
Exactly.
stupid penalties. But you can't complain with 28-0,
That's
no
true.
matter the penalties.
That's true.
And there's a delay on the field. The refs are talking to the Bobcat coaches. I don't know what it's about. Okay, there's... All right, the Bobcat offense is going back on... Still talking to their coaches. Okay, now they're lining up. Terrell Hayward is wide to the right. Brevin Bolton in the slot next to him.
I think those are their 2
Absolutely.
top receivers
Absolutely. Jamari Joyner calling the shots right now, getting his offense lined up. And the Caballeros defense is kind of just standing around. What is going on down there? Referee confusion.
I think so. I think so. Aaron Saul's in motion. Jamari Joyner drops back to pass. They are going deep. Aaron Sauls, he makes the catch this time. He makes the catch down at the 5-yard line.
What a play.
What
and
a
that's
play.
That's
what
what this
play.
team can do.
And no flag.
No flag.
No
And that's
flag.
why I keep saying delaying, because big play called back, big play called back, big play not called back, just delayed the inevitable.
Exactly. Exactly. But there is only 26 seconds left in the game, so
In
they want to get
the
something
first
done.
half.
In the my bad. My bad. My bad. In the first half.
And time is ticking.
Yes.
They have a power bunch to the left, and they're running the ball with
Dakota
Poe.
Dakota Poe, and he gets in. He gets in. That's his second touchdown today.
The 5-yard carry by Dakota Poe for a Bobcat touchdown.
That is Dakota Poe's second touchdown of the night, and it's 34-0 right now. Awaiting the extra point, it seems as if it'll be 35-0 because Aaron Aros has not missed one all year. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is
And
through.
It is good.
Extra point by Aros is good.
It is 35-0 with about 7 seconds left.
This is just.
This is a slaughter.
This is
I mean,
an annihilation right now.
yeah, we're
Thornton
very
Wells
close to going to halftime.
Has got nothing going.
Now, thanks to our
I think they've made it over midfield about twice, but no touchdowns, no field goals.
And the first one, it was because of the kickoff return.
Yeah, this has been a game, in my opinion, of field position and the fact that they have been starting in just terrible field position, while the Bobcats are starting basically in enemy territory every single time because
Exactly.
their kickoffs and their punts have been so nice.
Let's see if the Caballeros can get something from this kickoff return, because that seems to be what's getting them the most yards.
TJ Florence had a big return last time, and Mario Martinez is back to the right of him.
Yeah. And a quarterback returning. I mean, Panthers do that with Joe
And they
Webb,
they squib it,
They squib it just to make sure.
and they're just he just falls on it.
That was
14, Xavier Hawkins just falls on it. There's about 5 seconds left, and I'm expecting Caballeros to knee
Yeah, I'm expecting a knee.
and just not let anything else go wrong.
Caballeros ball at the 12-yard line.
They are at the 12 right now. I mean,
I'm
it's
expecting-
almost. I mean, I guess you don't want because until someone touches the ball, the time doesn't start. So I would have just let the ball go back of the end zone, get the 20. But now they're back at the 5 because Xavier Hawkins jumped on it.
And I don't even think that he should have jumped on it. I mean, they had time. Number 18, Cedric Lopez, he was there. He was going to grab it.
He
but-
wanted to grab it. He was trying to fight him for it, but
Yes, he was.
you don't want to force a fumble on your own team and
Exactly.
give the Bobcats a chance to go 42-38-0 at
And
half.
It
So
looks like
they're going to come out and try to get something going with only 5 seconds left.
they're just going to throw it up right now.
They finally throw it, and it's
It's
picked.
picked off.
It's
picked
picked.
off. Number 27.
And it's a pick six to
Avery
end the
Irwin.
half.
No, number 20, my bad. Number 20. Terrell Huggins with a pick 6.
And that's just how this half has been.
And
For the Bobcats, it's just been a story of excellence. For the Caballeros, just a story of disappointment and just miscues. And that was a tip. That was a tip drill. Tip drill touchdown. Is it going back, though? They have not changed the score.
I believe it is going back. Yep, it's going back.
Wow.
Penalties.
This game could easily be 42, maybe more.
A defensive penalty, because we have one untimed down for Flowing Wells.
So there was a defensive penalty. Flowing Wells has one more play, no time limit on it, so they can take their time to maybe draw something up that'll work. Hopefully not a pick six this time. I doubt that's the way they want it to end.
I believe they're just gonna kneel it.
I wouldn't doubt it. After seeing that pick six,
Nope, doesn't
they're
look like it.
still going to, I mean,
They're still gonna do
I
it.
guess you can't, you're down 35-0. You got to take any opportunity when you have the ball to try to score.
Yep. And they run it with number 69. Cesar Diaz, a defensive
And
tackle.
that's the end of the half. Bruno and I are going to be taking a break, but before we do, I would like to let you know that it is middle school band night and to stay with us for the halftime show. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the 2016 Copper Thunder Marching Band under the direction of Jim Maverick of Time highlights our race against the clock. Mr. Matsushino would like to thank his support staff. Cesar Alvarez, Jeremy Vega, David Stivers, Nicole Cobshaw, Edward Camarena, and Split. Ladies and gentlemen, the Copper Thunder Marching Band. Special thank you to Rincon Vista, Corona Foothills Middle School, Oldvale Middle School, and of course Desert Sky Middle School.
Hello? Yeah, this one works. This is mine. Well,
Hello?
I can hear myself.
Hello? Hello? Oh, this one works. Yeah.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
No?
Hello? Hello, Mason.
That one, yes.
This one?
Lit. This.
Yeah, this is Cienega, this is Flying Wells.
All right. Hey.
I'll say. Oh, did you say Seattle? I'll say something for this stuff.
That's average.
I'll just say it all.
Then should I say?
No, I got it.
Oh, we started?
Josh, are we going? Okay. Welcome back. We have about 2 minutes till the second half kickoff. You can see Cienega warming up along with Flowing Wells. And the first half was really just dominated by Cienega. It's 35-0.
Oh, yeah.
So, so far this game, Joyner is 57% on passing and averaging about 17 yards per pass, where Dakota Poe has 30 rushing yards, only 4 attempts
But he has 2 touchdowns.
with 2 touchdowns.
So-
Aaron Aros, 100% for PATs tonight, but although he did miss the 145-yard field goal, but you can't blame the guy for that. He's only a high schooler kicking 45-yarders.
That's true. That's true. He had the distance.
He did have the distance.
All right, now for Flowing Wells, Jose Suarez, even though they haven't gotten their running game going that much, he's playing well. 28 yards rushing on 11 attempts tonight. That's pretty good.
That's above, that's not quite 3 yards per attempt, but it's above 2.
And TJ Florence, he's 100% on passing, but he's only thrown
Twice.
once. Yeah.
They need to pass the ball, man.
Yeah.
So basically, the story of the first half was, in my opinion, field position. Cienega had good field position. Flowing Wells didn't. And if it wasn't for penalties, I believe that Cienega would be up 42, maybe 49-0.
Maybe, yeah, I believe that too.
Definitely 42 because they had the pitch 6 at the end of the first half, but it was called back on penalty.
Actually, a lot of their big plays were called back on penalty. It was probably, there was, I think, 3 plays that were called back on penalty. There was the punt return by Braden Bolton that was brought back. There was the
pick 6.
the pick 6, and there was the well, I can't think of it now, but
There was 3 big penalties for sure, but
yeah, indefinitely.
the 2 biggest ones were the punt return and the pick 6 that were called back from Cienega. But so far tonight, the main rusher for Flowing Wells has actually been their quarterback, who is a wide receiver quarterback hybrid. He has rushed for 50 yards, averaging about 9 yards per rush. So I think they need to get him in the offense more, which really is all they have been doing. So it's kind of hard to say that they need to get him more. But I don't know. If they start, they just need to start moving the ball.
Okay. The first time we've seen Flowing Wells kicker number 48, Luis Albeles, is back there to kick. And back deep to return, we have Terrell Hayward. Terrell Hayward, he's going to get it. He got it. Terrell Hayward got it. He brings it out, gets to the 20, and he has room. He has room. What a block by number 1.
Another big play for Cienega.
Chris Vega.
He's still going up the left sideline.
Still, oh, and he gets rocked. He gets rocked out of bounds. Oh.
Yeah, it
I
happens.
thought it was Mike too. Oh.
All right, so that's a very good start and another great starting field position for Cienega.
Yes.
Flowing Wells' special teams, offense, and defense has just all been terrible. So their team has just played terribly tonight.
No. Their special teams on kick return, they weren't terrible. They got a lot of yards, but on punting and on like
their punting and kicking has been bad, but their receiving has been okay. Hammonds is out right now. Hammonds is out on the field right now. My bad. He had a fairly good first half, and he's throwing it.
He throws the ball.
Oh, incomplete on the first attempt.
Too low to number 3, Caleb Boss. Things seem to be moving a little bit slow, but I mean, they just came out of the locker room from halftime, so they should get things going pretty soon.
I mean, I'd like to say it's been a good game. It would be a lot more exciting if it would have been, but
back and forth,
it's
right?
35-0. Bobcats are up on the Caballeros, and it's just not looking good.
Yeah.
They send a man in motion to the right side. He stops. He runs up the field. Tyler Hammonds.
Oh.
Ooh, that was a nice throw up at the 20-yard line.
Number 20, Terrell Huggins with the catch and a gain of 10. That is a first down.
Terrell Huggins is the guy who had the big pick 6 called back at the end of the first half, so I think he's carrying that momentum even though it was called back.
I think he got a little bit, angry at that.
Oh yeah, but whenever you make it to the end zone, you're a little bit happy just being in that feeling, being able to be celebrated even if it is called back. But now that we are at the 20-yard line, I would like to thank our red zone sponsor, Pyramid Federal Credit Union. They send Brevin Bolton to the left side in motion.
Brevin Bolton with the screen pass, and it looks like
that was a good game.
It looks like he was going to score, but
they swarmed. That's one of the better, even though they did get a lot of yards, I feel like that was one of the better plays by their defense because they swarm to the ball, which is one of the tell signs of a good defense.
First down, Cienega.
And you can tell that they use their receivers a lot because I think a lot of them have gotten some sort of play, right?
Absolutely.
So they incorporate every single player on that offense. And the offensive line, they have all the time in the world. So this Cienega Bobcats offense is
They
just
throw a fade
unbelievable.
to the top left of the end zone.
And it's
that
caught.
was
That's a
easily
touchdown.
catch. That's a touchdown. Another touchdown. And our touchdown sponsor is Agero. Agero, safe, smart, driven. To find out more, go to agero.com.
Pass complete to Caleb Boss for a Bobcat touchdown.
And that touchdown was brought to you by Caleb Bost. Aaron Aros with the PAT. It's good. He is 100% on PATs.
And it is now 42-0 with 10:43 left in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Yikes.
What a good game. What a good game by Cienega. Am I right?
Cienega, I mean, honestly, they've played an okay game. Flowing Wells just played a terrible game. All the big penalties that have been called on Cienega,
Yeah.
they have not played that good. This Flowing Wells is just, I don't know if I don't see how they could underestimate a 3-0 team, but maybe they underestimated them. Maybe they just didn't. Maybe they weren't focused. I don't know what happened to Flowing Wells tonight, but they are just not here. They didn't show up to play at all.
They did not show up at all. I'm sure they're disappointed with the way they've been playing this game.
Absolutely. Aaron Aros is kicking off from the 40-yard line. And our kickoff sponsor is State Farm. Jeff Knoll with State Farm. He kicks the ball.
Let's hope it's not a touchback because the
That's a good kick.
kickoffs is where they get the most yards. And number 5, TJ Flores gets it, and he gets a juke, but he's
down
just
at about the 12.
right.
They just can't get anything
They
going.
just can't get anything.
I mean,
That was probably a return of
the closest they've gotten to the red zone is
like 4.
the opposite red zone. They've never gotten to the red zone they want to be. They're in the other one. They
It's true,
just
it's true,
can't
it's true.
move the ball.
It's true. And I don't know why he crossed the field on that one. I mean, he took it at the edge of the field, and then he crossed and only got a gain of 4 when he ran.
If he would have just ran straight,
Probably
he would have made it to the 20 at least.
at least
Instead,
15
he
yards.
is curving it up, and they're trying to get the big plays because they can't move the ball on offense. They know that they need to get big plays. And there's about 8:50 left in the third quarter. Bobcats are up 42-0. They hand the ball off. He just got
he
robbed.
got destroyed.
I hope he's not hurt because that was a big hit.
That
And
was
everyone,
number
Everyone seems to be okay.
21 on the big hit. Number 21, Stephen Harshman.
This crowd just started to erupt after that big hit. What is going down?
It's because of the balls.
And the Cienega cheer squad is back on the sideline.
They're pumping up the crowd.
They
You
are
can
definitely
hear it.
pumping up the crowd.
You can hear it. Number 25 with the ball.
Jose
And
Suarez is running, and he's going to lose a couple of yards on that play.
Yeah.
They just can't get anything. They need to start passing the ball. They need to do something because they really, up to this point, they've done nothing.
That's true. They can't get anything going.
Suarez brought down by number 34 of the Cats.
In games like this, you got to feel bad for the Flowing Well fans, for the team themselves, the cheerleaders, the band, everyone with Flowing Wells. I think they expected to come to this game and at least compete, but their team has just not played well tonight.
Right.
And you just got to feel bad for them.
I mean, looking over there on their sideline, their cheerleaders, they aren't doing that much.
They're just kind of jumping around, just whatever. But when you see the CHS cheerleaders, they're going off. They're hype. Everyone's hype.
Oh yeah.
on
Oh,
this side of the
indefinitely,
field.
indefinitely. I mean, why wouldn't they be? The Cienega Bobcats are winning 42-0.
Yeah.
Why
But
wouldn't you be hyped?
I mean, at this point in the game, they have gotten 0 points. So if to muster a comeback, they have to not let Cienega score and then score 49, which anything can happen, but I'm pretty sure won't happen. So let's aim towards the future with Flowing Wells. They have a good coach in Mark Brunenkamp, and I think he has to get his troops together after back-to-back losses.
Number
Well, it's not over
47,
yet, but if we're assuming
Ivan
a loss,
Romero.
it's we're
Their
assuming a
running
loss.
game.
It's
Yeah,
back-to-back
yeah,
losses
yeah.
that they're going to take by big margins, and you just gotta, when they get back to the practice field, they really gotta look at themselves and say, what are we doing,
Right.
or what are we not doing? We need to do something more to get the W's, and especially not. And if you lose, at least not get just booed out of the building by your own
Exactly,
fans,
exactly.
42-0 here in the third
And
quarter.
I don't know why they keep going with the rushing attack. It is not working.
You can't.
It
Okay.
is not working. And you are down by this margin. You should be going for every single touchdown that you can muster, and you're not doing it by rushing the ball.
They're running the option. He fakes it, and he's stuffed again. No, he's still up. He's running. He's still
Wow.
up. His knee was buckled there. I hope he's okay.
But way to fight.
Well, it was a good fight,
Way to
but
fight.
is he okay? Okay, he's up.
He's up. He's up.
A slight limp, but he is up. That's a good sign, because that could have ended very badly. That could have ended very badly for senior TJ Florence.
You can that play showed the heart that he has put into
TJ
this.
Florence has just played very good.
He just didn't give up. He
Wait,
doesn't give up.
In a painting of black that this game has been for Flowing Wells, he is the one gold speckle, because he showed up to play
Yes, he did.
and he is doing what he can with what he has, honestly.
Exactly. And being put in at quarterback for being a receiver.
Maybe that's why they're not throwing the ball.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But why didn't they? Because Dylan
Number
Allison.
25 on the pickup, only a gain of 2.
Dylan Allison is injured, but did they have any other
They didn't
quarterbacks
really-
they could have turned to?
They didn't
They
really
don't have any
a
other
passing game
quarterbacks.
with Dylan Allison either, because he had 7 completions for 25 attempts.
That's true. I don't know I don't know what they need to do, or what they're gonna do, what they have to do. They got to do something.
I don't know what they were thinking with having only one quarterback. on
Neither
their
do
depth
I.
chart. And there's the punt.
And that's a
There's
big,
the punt. Braven
a
Bolton
decent
back
punt.
deep to return.
He catches it
picks
at
it
the
up.
50-yard line.
He is going.
He's on the
He is
right
going.
sideline again. He cuts it back on. He cuts
You
it
know
back
how
inside.
dangerous these returners. Oh, it's
Oh,
a
he
fumble.
fumbled.
It's a fumble. And
It looks like Flowing Wells.
Flowing Wells got it, yeah.
Flowing Wells gets that ball, but I mean, at this point in the game, it's just pad and stats ish for the offense.
yep, Flowing Wells got it. The punter
The punter
The
got
recovered the
ball.
football.
And that's just a sign that the punter can't just sit back there and say, I'll tackle if I need to.
Exactly.
But the punter is out there fighting. This team, as bad as this game really has been for them, they're fighting. Especially defensively and special teams. So the Flowing Wells offense is back on the field. Hopefully they can get something going.
I think that play gave them a little momentum, and they could actually score a touchdown.
We were talking about
or
the pendulum earlier and how it was
Exactly.
swinging towards
number 25 with a carry, and he does not get that many yards.
how it was swinging towards Flowing Wells. But, I mean, it's 42-0. The pendulum is so far up for Cienega right now that I don't know if there's really any return. Maybe they'll score a couple touchdowns off this,
Yeah.
maybe one. But
Maybe one.
I don't see this game getting any more entertainment than it has this so far, and it's really been lackluster to this point. But as I was saying earlier, the coach, Mark Brunenkamp, they got to ask themselves what they need to do. And they need to get on the practice field and seriously think if they want to compete for state this year and try to go far. Because so far, I mean, this game and last game, from the decent teams they've played, they are just getting smashed.
TJ Florence with the quarterback keeper, and he almost gets a first down with a gain of 6. but they're not. I don't know why they keep going with the rushing attack.
You can't. I said earlier that they were down when they were down 21-0. I said you can run the ball methodically and try to get back in the game. Down 42-0 with only about 2 minutes left, 1:46 now in the third quarter. You can't continue to try to run the ball, and unless they've completely given up on the game, which I don't see them doing. I don't know why they're not passing it. Besides, maybe if they don't have faith in T.J. Florence to pass the ball. But so far, T.J. Florence has been their offense, so I think they should trust him a little bit more.
Yeah. And I mean, they haven't really given him a chance to throw the ball.
He's only thrown it like twice.
He's only thrown it twice, yeah. And he's 100% on those throws, which is good, but he needs to get more going.
Absolutely. But when you look at this team, Flowing Wells, it's not like they're dead in the water. Assuming that they lose this game, which they probably will, they'll be
number 25 with a carry, and he gets a gain of 5.
Assuming they'll lose this game, which they probably and most likely will lose the game, down 42-0 with the time ticking down with 45 seconds left in the game. But they have 2 wins. They beat 2 teams at the beginning of the year, Buena and Amphi, and Amphi was a close game, 27-26, but they blew Buena out 41-13, and then they lost to Catalina Foothills 63-7. So I'm just thinking, were the first 2 games flukes, or did Catalina Foothills just stomp any kind of confidence they had just completely out of them?
You know, maybe that happened. Maybe they're not back yet from that loss. I mean, losing by that big of a margin, that has to hurt. So, but I mean, this isn't that well either. I mean,
if they can't recover by next week when they play Deming, in Deming actually, I mean, if they can't recover, their season could be going nowhere fast. After starting 2-0, thinking we're going to have a decent year, at least make it to the playoffs, they're going to be 2-2 after 2 big blowouts. It's just,
exactly.
It's heartbreaking for their fans, for their coaching staff, for their players.
Right.
I mean,
and that is the end of the fourth quarter. I mean, end of the third quarter.
End of the third quarter.
What is wrong with me today? I am sorry.
Their cheerleaders are going off. That's been awesome. The cheerleaders are awesome. So, 42, Flowing Wells has the ball on the Bobcats side of the 50. So, I mean, this has been a decently good drive for them, especially considering all their other drives have just not been, maybe 1 or 2 the entire game. So, maybe they can get something, at least a field goal, muster up a field goal.
And
the refs are delaying
this
it more.
Half has just been slow. I mean,
that third quarter went by fast.
Yes, it did. It did. But like the playing on the field.
And another, oh my.
Another bad snap.
Another bad snap. They've had 4 or 5 now, just bad snaps. And you got to think, when you're down this much, you can't beat yourself. If you're going to get beat by a team, get beat by the team, not get beat by yourself.
Exactly.
And that's what they've done so far with 4 or 5 bad snaps. They're just beating themselves.
Exactly.
And with about 11:25 left in the fourth quarter, 42-0, I'm going to say it. I'm going to put the stamp on it. This game is over. The Cienega Bobcats have once again won a complete blowout, and they're going to be going 4-0, while Flowing Wells has a long bus ride back home when they're
number 25 with the carry, and he barely gets a yard.
Back-to-back big losses.
Long, devastating bus ride.
Oh yes, and that's kind of a long bus ride from Cienega High School.
Jose Suarez.
The feeling on that bus ride back, it's not going to be a good feeling.
And
I mean,
that's one of the biggest things about football is morale. And if
exactly.
you're on a bus ride home, they almost have nothing good to say about this game besides a couple special teams plays. So their special teams will be the only people on that bus that have any kind of confidence going into next week. Everyone else on that bus, the special teams and TJ Florence are the only two people are the only two sets of people that really have anything good to say about this game. This is a complete
I don't even.
Varsity cheerleaders.
Okay, but
I don't think that they're going to be feeling anything because taking this big of a loss and TJ
that was Bruno's sister. Shout out to her.
Yep, and the Spirit line. TJ Florence and their special teams, I do not think they're going to.
They're the only people who can take anything away from the game, though. Everyone else needs to just wash this away, just act like it never happened.
Okay, out at quarterback, it was a.
Was it another fumble?
That's another fumble, and they had at quarterback sophomore Thomas Webb, brought up from JV. But, I mean, first snap on varsity.
A fumble that gives them the ball back. I mean,
Once I can get all the school pictures from Chance.
once the
Thank you. We were just talking about that. Like names.
But here you go. They are at the 20, and this is great field position for them.
if they don't score here, I don't know what to say. I mean, they're already in field goal position. They need to get something.
Exactly. Like at least a field goal.
Jose Suarez, 31 yards on target.
So far tonight, Jose Suarez has 31 yards, which, with how much they ran him, is not good at all. I don't know if it's their offensive line or if the Bobcats defense is just that good, but this has just been terrible for them all around. He gets stuffed again, about a yard.
That's big
maybe.
man, number 68 on the carry. Number 68, Charlie Reyes, only gets a yard.
Maybe a yard.
Maybe.
This has just been one of those games where you look at it and you say, Cienega's a better team. Their defense is better, their offense is better, their special teams. I mean,
The coaching.
the coaching. Coach Nugent is a very, very good coach. He did go
Yes.
4-6 last year in his debut season, but they had just switched into a new defense. I learned this from him earlier, that they switched into a new defense, which is why their defense was not as good. But guys were coming back and playing in the system for their second year, second year. They're just, it's so much better this year. The chemistry, the consistency, just everything. The defense is just looking amazing.
Yeah. There's TJ Florence's third pass attempt, but it was incomplete.
Florence is only third pass.
He is 2 of 3, 66.7% on the night.
I mean, three pass attempts.
How are you going to pass it 3 times in a game? In a football game.
I know.
And this isn't the NFL, but you hear all the time with NFL people saying, this is the new era. Quarterbacks are #1, passing the ball all the time.
Exactly.
And, I mean, what is this? Obviously, this isn't the NFL, and they don't pass it nearly as much.
I mean,
but
obviously, their starters is out, but still, like, you need to pass the ball.
There's 2 halves of football. He should have at least 10.
TJ Flores with the quarterback keeper, and he gets a gain of 5.
There should be at least 10 passing, and that's at least 10.
At least.
Because that's 5 per half. That's not a lot to ask for. Because
He's not even on here as a QB. That's what
yeah, he's a wide receiver. That's my guess, is that they didn't have confidence in a wide receiver to play quarterback.
Well,
so
then
they're just running it with him.
Why did they start him?
Well, who else do they have? That's probably their best option.
That's true.
They're not going to put an offensive lineman out there who can't run, can't throw.
They have somebody. They're going for the field goal.
They're
going for number 55.
They're gonna. Did they score?
Julio Osborne.
The kick
And
is no
the kick
good.
is no good.
Nothing has gone their way
It is
tonight.
no
With 5:45 left in the fourth quarter, it is 42-0 Cienega Bobcats, and there's not much more we can say about this game other than for Cienega, big win, big morale boost. They're going 4-0 heading into next week.
Exactly.
And for Flowing Wells, they just can't. They need to wash this game out of their mind. They need to act like it never happened. That's what they needed to do last week. I don't think they did it. I think they came out hesitant, thinking the Bobcats are just a better team than us. We can't win. We're not going to try. And now it's 42-0.
Exactly.
They need to wash this out of their head.
And this is the Bobcats' lowest scoring game this season. With 42 points, that is incredible. That is incredible.
So far, they'll probably score again.
Right.
Actually, correction, this is not their lowest scoring game. They only put up 40, only 40 against
Right, only
Shadow
40.
Ridge when they won 40-14. So far this year, they beat Marana in the home opener 52-20. Shadow Ridge, their first away game, 40-14. And then they went to Nogales and beat Nogales 42-17. And tonight, this game's obviously over against Flowing Wells, at least 42-0, maybe more. This is just a massive blowout. But I mean, if I could have I wouldn't have spent my Friday night any other way than commentating this game with one of my best friends, Bruno Acevedo.
Right. Nice and force. What a bro. Thomas Webb at quarterback right now, the sophomore, and he takes it on the quarterback keeper with a first down and a gain of 3.
Thomas Webb carries the ball, brought down by number 74.
I believe what they have this year with Tyler Hammonds and Jamari Joyner is what they're going to try to do with Thomas Webb and Jamari Joyner next year. Jamari Joyner obviously being the starter. And Thomas Webb coming up from JV this year. He's going to be varsity next year, hopefully. And that's what they'll do because Tyler Hammonds is graduating this year.
What I've been told from people on the JV team is that, well, when I played freshman year,
oh, there's a flag on the play.
Thomas Webb played quarterback, and he was more of a Jamari Joyner type quarterback. He would rather tuck and run than throw the ball, but what I've been told is that he's changed. He's changing. He is dropping back. He is waiting in the pocket, and he is throwing the ball.
I almost feel like he knows Jamari Joyner is what this team is. He's next year. He is what the team's going to be.
Exactly.
So he knows that if he wants a chance, he has to be what Tyler Hammonds is and be able to pass the ball in, because he's not going to be able to do it better than Joyner, because Joyner is he's just a stud. He won't be able to do it better.
He's a stud.
So he knows he has to adapt to his situation if he wants to be on varsity, which he is. He is on varsity right now, which is a crazy accomplishment for another
quarterback
sophomore.
keeper by Thomas Webb,
That was a
and
good
he
option to
looks
go
to
to
be
right.
getting yards.
Oh my!
What did I tell you about his running skills? Look at that! Look at that!
All the way down to almost. He's about
to the 20-yard
line.
That's a big gain by a quarterback run.
And now that the Bobcats are in the red zone, I would like to shout out our sponsor, Pyramid Federal Credit Union.
Special thanks to our red zone sponsor tonight, Pyramid Federal Credit Union.
So, if you're a Cienega fan, this is going to be a very good night for you. Go after the game, get some pizza or whatever. And if you're a Flowing Wells fan, well, get pizza because, you know, pizza's great.
Pizza is great.
But it's going to be a very sad pizza.
It's a run by number...
Short game for Amico.
For Amico Jordan, that was a short game.
Once again by Ed.
No, not Amico Jordan. Nathan Amico? Nathan Amico.
My bad.
Because of Cienega Bobcat football.
Only a short game, but this game is pretty much over. There's only a minute 25 left, but
yeah, 42-0, minute 20 left. The Bobcats easily win their second home game of the year in this beautiful, beautiful field. State of the art, just everything. It's just all around you. When you're at the stadium, it's like being at a college game, maybe even a pro game.
yeah. I like to point out that Thomas Webb, a sophomore, is, I mean, he's only the third string quarterback, but still, for the team to trust
And that's a delay of the game on the offense.
trust an underclassman to lead their team is just, I think it's great.
Just like Terrell Hayward. He's
Just
one
like,
of the
yeah,
best
Terrell Hayward.
receivers. He's
They
only a
trust
sophomore.
him. They trust him a lot.
Only seen that. He's only seen 1 reception out of 1.
Terrell Hayward only has caught 1 ball tonight, but
What he's done in the
for
special
15
team,
yards. But what he does with the special teams
Yeah.
and running the ball,
and
It-
well, he hasn't ran the ball yet, but what he has done with special teams, getting so many yards, and there's a flag on the play.
and
That's
there's
a delay of game call.
Is that another delay game? That's back to back.
But I think they're just going to let the clock roll down.
I think that's what they're trying to do because we're playing this game in real time. There's no stoppage of the clock.
Exactly.
So they're just trying to end this game, get out 42-0. I think that they're doing them a favor right now because I think they could have easily gotten to that end zone 49-0, but they're giving Flowing Wells a break right now.
Yeah. I think this is definitely going to be the last play of the game.
Yeah,
Indefinitely.
definitely.
He's probably just going to like run and slide. I don't know. But I don't think you should try and score because I feel like that's just rude.
Just rude. Oh,
and
he fumbles it. And
but I think they
that-
recovered it.
that ball
and-
was recovered by the Bobcats, I believe, and that will be the end of this game. It was a pleasure calling it with you, Bruno.
Yes. You too,
And
man.
one more shout out to our sponsors, Ajero, State Farm by Jeff Knoll, and Pyramid Federal Credit Union. Mason Horace, Bruno Acevedo, we are out. We will see
We
you
are
next
Bobcat
game.
TV, and we will be back next week.